back. Good evening, everybody, and or morning, afternoon, whenever you are watching this. If you're watching it after the live, obviously no one's in it yet. If you don't know me, my name is Francesca Fattore. I'm an ex-female prisoner. I served 3 years, 8 months behind bars. Now, I don't want you to introduce yourself just yet because I have new people in that have come in since. So, because no one's in here at the minute,
I've
let's
just
just.
got a notification that you're live. I've got I hate mascara in my eyeball.
Yeah, so we'll wait till people come in the chat and then you can introduce yourself because yeah, so if I hope everyone's around that always asks for you. Honestly, everyone asks after you. So
hiya.
evening, how is everybody? Can you hear us okay? Hi Lauren, hi Karen, hi Charles.
Hi everyone.
It's weird though, it's only showing one person in there, but there's 3. We'll just let it load up for a minute. Hi Tommy.
Hiya.
That's very bizarre. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, am I freezing?
No, you're not to me.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you. Hi Phil. Hi Nikki. Thank you guys. So we'll just give it a couple of more secs, and I want obviously Karine to introduce herself because there's a lot of perfect. Shut up, Tommy. There's a lot of people. Hi Jenny, that don't know Karine, so we'll just give it a couple of more secs, and then Karine can introduce herself. But I am buzzing that she is on. I'm so excited. It's been way too fucking long. Evening, Rough Rider. So I've missed doing lives with you. I've missed your face. Obviously,
I have
told everyone we're in contact. It's just life, isn't it? It just gets in the way.
I'll explain a little in a minute of what's been going on. Well, I haven't been about as much, but I want to get back into doing lives and making videos.
I know, Nikki. That's what I'm saying. It's buzzing. I wasn't gonna. I don't pre-thingy it no more. She is a legend, your mate Francesca. Thank you, Phil.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no. So like Phil's new in, and there's a couple of newbies in here. So yeah, we'll just. I mean, do you know what? Let's go. Let's hit it off. So if you want to introduce yourself, I've done my bit. Most people know who I am, and they'll probably ask throughout the live anyway. So
yeah, of course. So my name's Karine. I did have a YouTube channel called The True Crime Whisperer, but I've just changed the name to Karine Hodkinson because I don't want it just to be about true crime. I want it to be like more of a vlog style and some prison stuff and some things about like my hobbies, like about reptiles and stuff. So yeah, I changed the name to it. But I did serve time in prison in the same prison as Fran, but at a different time to Fran. But yeah, since I've got out, I've turned my life around and I'm doing a criminology degree, which surprisingly I'm doing well in. But yeah, I haven't been about. I've had my son move back in with me right around Christmas. I've been trying to get his room sorted, trying to get on my university stuff, and yeah, things just. But I want to get back into doing videos.
yeah, life just gets in the way. Evening, Paul from Essex, and hi Andrew, and thank you, Anonymous Boy, for hitting up the first likes. So yeah, if everybody wants to join him, or her, him, Anonymous Boy. For fuck's sake. Yeah. But yeah, so we're buzzing. So tonight's just a free-for-all Q&A. Any questions for either of us? We'll probably hit on a couple of topics. Anything that you want to talk about? Maybe we'll touch a little note on the Lucy Letby, because I just think it's huge, and I think she's going to be treated so different in prison now.
Oh, 100%, 100%, yeah.
Yes, Little Miss Mashet. Hang on, I want to make you, if you don't mind, you don't have to, but I'm just going to do it anyway. As a mod. Obviously, please, Jane, don't feel that you have to, but I'm just doing it anyway if you want to. I don't really care too much on here anyway. If it's really bad, I'll block them. But if not, if it's stupid things, then Karine is back and not even Christmas. I know, Joe, I'm buzzing though. I was like,
we're planning on meeting up soon as well, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm going to come down in the middle of March for the day.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice. We're just going to have a random chill day, and we will live stream as well. So Phil's asked, do you have any GCSEs etc. to do criminology course? I always thought of doing one.
No, so I barely scraped through my GCSEs. I have ADHD and I'm dyslexic, so I really struggled at school. And then when I was doing my GCSEs, I was actually homeless, and it's a complicated story. I was on drugs as well because I got involved with this older drug dealer who got me. So I wasn't doing great at school. Let's put it that way. I still did them and I still passed, but I didn't pass like really well. The reason I didn't need any qualifications is because I did it on Open University. So if I'd applied for an actual university, I'd have had to have had qualifications. I don't think they'll just let you in. But if you do Open University, it's the same degree. You learn the same stuff. You're just doing it on a computer. You're learning by watching tutorials. You have a tutor and you have a tutor group and you interact. It's just basically, when it was COVID and everyone was doing online schooling and stuff, it's like that. But so you don't have to have GCSEs. They didn't even ask to see mine. So if you want to do it, I would definitely say go for it if it's something you're interested in. And I didn't get very good GCSEs, and I'm getting top marks, so anything's possible if you want it enough. I always thought
100%, yeah.
I thought I'd never be good enough to do it.
I have a stray cat that comes in my house. Excuse me, Milky. It's not actually mine. He knows I get in the back of the house and comes in. It eats. No, no. I got the next door neighbour's cat comes in as well. This is Milky, and he just comes in and helps himself to food. I can't be asked. Honestly, I'm just so sorry about that distraction. Jane or Little Miss I know. I'm just going to call you Jane. I hope you don't mind because it's too much of a mouthful for me. No, it's an honour for you to have you as a mod there, totally. And thank you again. Jane kindly sent me money for birthday drinks because my birthday's Thursday, but I went out on Saturday, and I was just so kind of her, and she didn't have to do that. And she does an amazing job in Sean Atwood's moderator. So yeah, thank you.
Oh, what are you doing on Thursday then? Oh my god,
I'm flying out to Amsterdam.
Oh, you've told me that like 3 times.
So
Why do I always
cannot wait. Yeah, but we haven't. Are you sure?
I forget everything. Who are you going to Amsterdam with them?
My best mate since I was like 13. So yeah, so we're going to go Thursday and come back Saturday. Milky, you
Have you ever been before?
Yeah, I've been once before.
Has anyone in the comments ever been to Amsterdam?
We sorry, think Milky wants the limelight. Subject is about prison. If you got any questions about prison, but it's just a free for all, isn't it? It's just a chilled one. If you want to know stuff about us, then just feel free to ask.
Or about prison or criminology. Oh, hang on. Do you study serial killers for sorry, Phil's asked, do you study serial killers? Yeah, so I have done so a lot of it is not it's not, so when they say criminology, you automatically think all you're learning about is serial killers, but it's not. It's about law as well. The laws. It's really hard to explain. It's really complicated, but part of it. But I did
lost already.
I did just do part of what I was learning was about death penalty cases, which was really strange. Okay, I've got a question for you, and everyone else can join in. What country, without googling it, guys, what country do you think has the most death by death penalty a year?
Death by death penalty?
Yeah, out of the world.
You would say America, but I don't reckon it is because that's too obvious. But I don't know where else does the death penalty, so I can't answer.
Many places.
So I'd have to say America, but I know it's not.
I don't
believe it is. I don't believe it is. Do you cover crime?
Yeah, Sid's right. It is China. It's China.
Wow.
Yeah. And I can't even remember now. It's gone out of my head. Well, you think when I was studying, they didn't even mention North Korea. Strangely, they didn't even come on to the death penalty. But I guess statistically, they don't let everyone else in the world know what they're doing, so you can't really count it in statistics because they're not giving out the information. So you wouldn't know how many people are being killed. But North Korea probably would top it. But China's a lot bigger than North Korea, so
it's a lot of population there.
But yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
Evening, Justine. How are you, darling? Um,
Been learning
let me
about
have a
prisons
look. Would you
actually. I've
have any look?
just done a chapter on prisons.
Do you cover crime Mexico? In Mexico?
Yeah, there are some parts of it that so far that I only started last September, so I've done like half a year. I've got 6 years to do, but they do talk about other countries and crime and stuff like that. Yeah.
Just to, Sid's asked a really good question. What happens to terminally ill people in prison? So,
Mm.
my best friend passed away while serving her sentence, and she obviously didn't, like for example, my mum's terminally ill with cancer. She's never going to get better, but it's gonna kill her, like whatever sort of thing. But she got sepsis, but she was in and out of hospital for December, I reckon she was in and out of hospital for about 6 months. And then on the last couple of like 3, 4 weeks, she didn't come out. So the guards have to stay there with her chained right until basically that you pass away, sort of thing.
That's sad, isn't it?
Yeah, her family did get a call right to the end, and they did get to come and say their goodbyes. But yeah, basically they'll be in hospital until they're at the point of where sorry, they'll be in prison until the point they're really, really sick, and then they need to go into um, hospital to basically for the last 9 days. Someone just asked another question. How about gay people in prison?
There's
Hey
loads of
Trey, how are you?
there's loads of
Um,
people that are gay in prison.
So
I'd
if
say
you,
more than
obviously I
not.
can only talk about the female establishment,
Yeah.
but there are hi Denise. There's so many lesbians in there and a massive population turn gay for this day. We've said it many a time. So they'll have a partner, a boyfriend on the outside with kids, and they'll have a girlfriend in prison.
Yeah,
And
I've
then when
seen
they
that.
get released, they go out to their man.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that myself when I was in there. Yeah, there's loads of lesbians and bisexual women in prison. I don't know about what it's like in the men's. Obviously, we can't.
Yeah.
But it's just no one bats an eyelid. It's just normal. Like no one's treated any different. Is what I mean. It's just
Should
normal.
they really be in prison if they're mentally ill? No, not at
No,
all.
but they
The
are.
reason I'm just trying to clear my camera. The reason that they go in, because I asked this myself, because I never ever knew about mental health till I went to prison. I couldn't believe the shit that I was seeing, the cuts, the smashing their heads in, walking around, fucking walking an invisible dog, and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't until I said to the officer, "What the fuck are these people doing in here? Why are they in here? Like, you're not mental health workers. Why are they in here?" And they said, "What happens is when you when the mental hospitals are full, they send them to prison because they're too much of a risk to be on the streets. So they 100% they shouldn't be in prison, but there's no beds for them to go to, so they dump them in prison." I'm just
Yeah,
going to go back up so we don't
really
miss the
sad.
questions. No, I ain't got my mum no more, so always here, always queer. Thank you, babe. Yeah, that's a whole nother topic, man. Like, she's been in a hospital bed for like 15 months now. She can't walk. She's had 2 strokes and she has carers 4 times a day. So I left my job to be here more for her. But it is what it is. I'm lucky I've had 4 years with her on Wednesday. Do you know what I mean? She should have been dead when I was in prison. So she is a little trooper. I wonder if they go to a hospice. No, they stay in hospital. Well, I can't speak for everybody, but they my best mate was in hospital till she passed. Best wishes for your mum. Thank you, Sid. Do you think about the new twist? What do you think of the new twist about Lucy Letby? I think she's innocent.
I feel really
I
bad
do.
because I was like, no way, she's not innocent. And now I'm starting to think that, yeah, she could be.
The thing is when you've got medical experts and they're all saying that it was unaliving them and X, Y, and Z, you're led to believe
Yeah,
that, like
yeah.
you are. And at the end of the day, mate, I'll eat my words. I was wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong. If
I'm
she is
sorry.
done it.
I'm pretty sure if she was sat in my chair and the same thing happened to me, because now I'll quite happily go, you know what? I don't think she's guilty. All the evidence shows clearly she's not. And I think it's going to be a big twist in prison because I think people now are going to feel the way that I feel and they're going to want to know her. I mean, she's fucking huge. She's gonna be. Do you know what this Milky? Do you know what the sad thing is? Is let's say she is innocent and she walks tomorrow, her life's fucked.
Mm.
But because people will still not believe it. They'll and
100%.
that face will be known. That face is known all over the country. Like everyone's gonna
Worldwide.
give her shit. Everyone's gonna. So her life is destroyed.
She won't get employed as easy. But she won't need to if she gets out, because she'll get the biggest fucking compensation settlement known to mankind.
Yeah,
And
but that's not
and
going to make
rightly
up
so.
for. Yeah, but that's not going to make.
No, it
She
won't.
needs to sue. She needs to sue for mental torture in prison because no one would speak to her unless they'd done something to kids. Because that's the rules in prison. Only
Yeah.
then people talk to each other. So she would have had no friends. She would have gone in all that mental torture in prison,
And being
and she's
terrified,
and
thinking that she's
she's
gonna get killed in there.
exactly, and all the shit she's going to come out to. I'm sorry, but that is going to be that, mate. That I reckon she's going to have the toppest lawyers doing it for her, mate, because everyone's going to want to like give her some justice. But it's going to be years and years before people start leaving her alone. She's going to walk down the street. She's going to get abuse. Because even now you'll be like, nah, she's guilty, or people are like, no, but a lot of people, fair play to all the people that stuck to their word, and they've even commented on my channel and said, "Now I think she's not guilty." I think Will's always said that as well.
I've actually got a video up that I actually might take down because I feel really bad now, and it's got a lot of views, but I feel bad because I truly
I
believe she's done
can't
it.
remember. I don't know if I badmouthed her or if I said what is going to happen to her because of who she is. And
Oh, I
I
definitely
spoke
did.
that she is guilty, obviously, because that's what the system said. But
Mm.
us of all people should know that that's corrupt at times anyway. But when it's something like that, it's not often they get that stuff wrong.
No, because so many medical professionals were coming out and saying it, and they were even saying that the way she did it, like air embolism, they were coming out with all. So well, I truly believe that. But how is she still in there? Why is nothing being done about this? Why is she not getting? Are they working on another appeal? I'm not 100% sure what's going
Yeah,
on.
that's that. I don't know. I haven't gone that far into it. But we'll see. That's the thing. And I think if this all really is true, she should have been out by now. That's the only
Mm.
thing that doesn't make any sense. I'm
Unless there's
gonna
people
go.
working behind the scenes to try and.
I'm gonna stay where the comments where we've got to, so don't read from the bottom. I'm gonna keep
Okay.
it so we go down and flick through. So Denise has asked, do you stay in touch with anyone you spent time in prison with? Not people that are currently in prison, but I've got some best friends for life that I spent a lot of my prison sentence journey with.
Mm.
What about you?
I had a few people reach out to me. One of them I didn't trust, so I decided I wasn't going to meet up with them.
Mm.
I'm not going to go into details, but they did some things that were questionable inside there, and I just thought that I didn't really trust them enough to go and meet up with them. I wasn't going to risk getting involved in a situation which I think could end not very well. And then there is another girl that I was in touch with, and I really hope that she's doing well. Um, but I did lose contact with her. She was asking to borrow money all the time, and I knew that she was using it for substances. So I kind of,
Yeah, you got to cut that shit off for your
yeah,
own sake.
yeah, so I changed my number not because of her, because of another situation, and I haven't spoke to her since. But I do hope she's a nice girl. I do really wish her the best, and I hope she's doing well. There's a couple of people in prison, and I don't know how to contact them because I don't even think they're in there anymore. But I really hope one day that they'll find me somehow on social media. One of them's Nikki. If you ever do see me on social media, you know who you are. I'm not going to say surnames. And another one's Anisha. So if they ever do come across anything, I really hope they do reach out to me, because they are really,
Oh.
really decent, nice girls that are in there for things that, weren't really their fault. So yeah.
Okay, so if you ever see this, guys, you need to shout out to Karine. No. Oh, hang on. Where am I? For me, though, I'm not saying their crime doesn't warrant time, but they should be in a different part of the prison. Yeah, but I guess you break the law, you break the law. No, well, she's a warrior. My mum had 2 strokes and gone. I'm sorry to hear that, Jane, and she is a little trooper. Phil says, I reckon she is Francesca. Has Warren, what wasn't the water pipes and the oxygen pipes were contaminated in the ward she worked on? So I'm not 100% sure, Phil. I didn't go into the ins and outs of it all. But for me, I'm just thinking, how can all of these top specialists be saying it definitely wasn't the like unaliving?
And why are they only just saying it now? Why didn't they come out when the trial was going on? I don't understand this. Is it
Yeah,
different
that's it's
people
all.
coming out?
Yeah.
Okay, so people. Okay, so it's wow. Imagine if that she was a scapegoat and the hospital were trying to pin it on her. Imagine if it comes out that that's what happened.
What have we got? She wouldn't be able to live in the UK if she's released. No, I don't think she would either. Is there any homeless person who just wants to stay in prison to survive? So yeah, I would. Some girls in there would say that they'd come back in the winter. They'd purposely go out and shoplift because they know they'd go to prison, and then they had like heating and shit like that.
That's sad.
But I think they like to be on the out because of their habit. Like 9 times out of 10, homeless people have got a habit. So it's not, they can't earn money in prison. That's the problem. So that's why they do want to be on the outside. I really feel for Lucy Letby. Did who? Oh, did she kill them babies? Who killed the babies if it wasn't her? I don't know. Well, they just said it was natural, not natural. Yeah, they said it was natural causes. I think they just said
I
there was
think
no
because they were on
sign of.
because they were on the neonatal clinic, and they had health problems. That a lot of people are saying, well, specialists are saying that they think it was due to their being unwell anyway.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah.
And it just coincidentally, she was working at the times. A lot of the times, it would happen.
Yes, Jane, the country is fucked. Karen says, I always agree with Will. I knew there was a few of you that did. I know. I just couldn't remember who it was. What's the new evidence? I think we just explained that. Is it really hard to find a job if you have a record? I say yes and no. I think you've just got to be persistent, and there are people out there that
And
give
up
you a
front,
second chance. Yeah, but also it is hard. You've got to be a strong character. When I come out, I had a job straight away. My CV is fucking shit hot on LinkedIn. I was getting like emails and everything all the time, and I would say, "Look, I'm being straight up with you. I've just come out of prison. Blah 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 blah. I understand if you're not interested anymore." They wouldn't even respond. Not even, I appreciate your honesty, but sorry, they just didn't even respond. So it was quite shit. But a company reached out to me. I've been out a few months for an assistant manager role. And then I told him, and he was like, "Look, I'm not going to go any further with it." And then he must have like checked me out a year later, and he called me up because obviously I had my number because we chatted. And he was like, "Look," he goes, "I can see that you've been commuting to work." He goes, "You've stayed in the same job. Everyone deserves a second chance. Do you want this job in Reading?" And then within what, a year of me being there, I become branch manager. So people will, and that's down to being honest. But if you've got fraud, you're screwed. Hardly anyone will touch you on fraud.
really, is it that bad?
Yeah, because they think you fraud the company. It's really bad. Yeah, it's really hard to get a
What
job
what
once you've done
what
fraud.
about if do you reckon that they're more likely to employ you if you've done like manslaughter or murder or something than if you've done fraud?
It depends on the circumstances. If you just went and done it for fun, then no. But if it was defending yourself or you just got into a fight and it accidentally
Yeah.
happened, then yeah, I reckon you would. Corinne, did you ever go back to the graveyard? I love them videos.
Oh, we're waiting. So we'll wait until it got a bit warmer because it was so cold. We didn't really want to just like be in the freezing cold. But yeah, we are gonna. We are gonna do some
Oh,
more
it's so
videos.
fucking funny, wasn't it? Who's you
And,
watching with the ladder? Fucking hell.
oh my god,
That was hilarious.
I can't
Oh,
wait.
mate,
We
that was the
plan
best.
some. Me and Fran are gonna plan on doing something like that. Soon.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the weather's getting a bit warmer now. It was so cold in like December,
Yeah,
like
if I don't want to be in a tent
January,
overnight
February.
now.
But
Well, we'll come down and do just some
spring's
random shit
yeah, spring's
loads.
coming. We might maybe try and go back to that place before that we went to before, but with a ladder, a fold up ladder this time.
Are you all right? You think this is your new home? This cat is a joke. The babies was not unalived. Is it possible that Letby did commit some of the charges? It's a complicated case. I think it is a little bit complicated. I think you're right. And I think unless you sat there and researched it from the beginning to the end, I don't think no one's really going to know. And I think we'll know when it goes to it's got to go back to court. Yeah. She had a crap defence. I don't disbelieve that either. Who is the best? Who the little best? The Bab. The Bab.
What?
9 months trial. What the fuck? I'm confused. Anyway, Jane. Anyway, I have a police record. Don't stand so close to me. Sorry. Hello, Will. Did you both know the trans girl called Tara that was shipped from Eastwood Park to Bronzeville previously? She was a man's prison, HMP Bristol, being bullied. She lives down my way in Bath. Tara.
I didn't know. No, I
Not a
didn't.
trans Bronzefield. The
What,
only one I know was that Jess that was
male,
a
female,
graper.
male to
So
female, or male?
it was male to female.
And
Am I right? Oh, hang on. Just quote me on that one in a minute. You're all beautiful. Thank you very much. 50-50. If someone like you, they give you a job, try must think. Yeah, you can't give up. Hi, James. Yeah, paranormal. Yeah,
Yeah, the
she
best
loves
thing
it.
to do is straight away let them know about the criminal record. Don't try and hide it, because you'll only get employed. They'll find out, and then you'll end up getting the sack anyway.
I
So
still watch the graveyard video. Ha ha. That's Kieran. Hi Sam, how are you? We're only sort of 26 minutes in anyway. Jane says you've got some fit mates. Denise, have you thought about going back into prison to talk to the women about your journey to reform as possibly you could try to help them? Yeah, 100% Denise. I think there's a lot of goals, and that is that, and schools we really want to get into. I feel like, hang on, my camera's like keeps going a bit blurry. That's made it even worse than that. We want to get into schools and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely on the agenda. Life's just been a bit mad with mum and everything, but now I'm got my feet a bit more settled. Who's been a jail? I've got a prison in my town. What prison is that? Do you think Lucy Letby need a name change? 100% she will, Tommy. They'll do all that. You can change your name in prison. You can. I had the form sent in from my friend. She changed her name, but I don't know if that's going to be enough because her face is just too everywhere.
and even if she dyed her hair, you'd still be able to see it was her.
Tara was a male to female. She got sent inside for battering a bouncer in a nightclub in Bristol or Bath. No, I don't know. I feel like I don't know what's wrong with my camera. Jane's paranormal crazy. You both look great. Thank you, Sam. Have you got kids? No, I'm a full-blown leser. Oh, actually, to be fair, that's a stupid comment because obviously I could have kids, but no, I don't.
Yeah, I have children.
6?
4.
6? Why are you lying?
6.
You got you got a dog and a snake.
2 snakes. 7 there.
All right, you got 7. No, she's got 4 children though. Sorry. Yeah, hi Lexi. I always see you give me love, so I'm sending you lots of love back. Thank you. Sid, my brother wrote a book called Murder on Ward 4 about Beverly Lee. I can't remember how he's sees obvious doubt about conviction of Letby. Oh, I'll have to have a little look at that. I'm just going to screenshot that. Hang on, because I bloody forget. Sorry if I paused then. Marshgate. I've heard of that. Marshgate.
Is that a prison, Marshgate?
Francesca, I'll send you a link to this trans girl for a court report to your Instagram. Yeah, definitely do, Phil. Yeah. Love a leather. I have 6 human children, all mine. Karine got 4 children. My sister has 5. All right, we've caught up with the questions now. That's the first. Normally we just sat there like staring at the screen. Why is my camera so shit?
No, I don't think it is. I think it's the lighting, isn't it?
Well, maybe. Makes it feel like it's blurry. I prefer it darker though. I don't like the bright lights. It does my head in, but it just looks like my camera's blurry. Hi, Romeo. Come say hello. Come in.
Is that your cat? I swear you didn't have a cat called Romeo.
I do now.
Did anyone got any other
Look
questions?
at his eyes. Oh, you can't see him properly. They're blue. It's okay.
Oh, you kept him.
Yeah, can you? Get out. You're like really furry. What is all over you? Monkey, I know. Monkey's fuming. Right, Milky, get out.
My dog
Monkey
got
baby. Right,
so
Milky out. Hang
I
on, let me
made
get rid of this.
chili con carne
Off you go.
earlier,
Off
right?
you.
And I've gone in the bathroom to go for a wee.
Out.
And I come out, and the dog,
Out.
she never does this, but she's got up on the kitchen side and she's
Monkey.
eaten
Monkey.
half of it within
Monkey.
like
Go
what?
on.
Not even a
Monkey.
minute. Has
Monkey, come here.
done it.
Monkey's kicking the shit out of him. Monkey, she's fuming. Monkey, what's this? Come on, brother. Quick, let me shut this window. Spag I'll have to stay out. Here.
Yes, so I love snakes, and so my channel, I've got a channel on YouTube, and it's under the name Karine Hodkinson now,
I
because
love you.
I changed it. It used to be True Crime Whisperer, but I've changed the name. So if anyone that's subscribed to me thinks who's that, it's me. It's the same channel. But I'm going to do a lot of videos about snakes on my channel because I absolutely love them, and yeah, I'm hoping one day in the future to get a venomous license and have a couple of venomous snakes as well. But obviously, you have to have licenses for that because you can't just, it's illegal otherwise to have them. But I want to do educational videos with the snakes, so to educate people because I think they're just fascinating. I haven't seen a snake in the wild. No, I haven't. But I would love to go to Thailand or Indonesia and go herping, looking for snakes. That'd be amazing.
No way.
Why?
Your
Why?
dog's called Romeo.
What?
Go on,
When?
carry on. Sorry.
No, it's all right. The dog's about to make an appearance. What was I gonna say? Why are you scared? Why do you hate snakes? What is it that you don't like about them?
My God, I used to love stick insects when I was at the junior school. Oh my God, they were the best. They were just, oh my God. I forgot about stick insects. I want some now.
I remember when I was a kid, I got some, and then I got scared of them. My mum had to look after them. I don't know why I was scared of them. I wouldn't be scared of them now, obviously.
And a dragon. I've just realised she's just like, and a dragon. Obviously, you're talking shit. Sorry.
Who's got a dragon?
No, James said I had
Oh,
a stick insect and a dragon. I
oh
didn't
no,
even read the second, but I just saw stick insect and it just took me back to my school days. I was like,
oh, oh no,
oh.
they might have a bearded dragon or something.
Hi, yeah, that's true. Hi, girls play bass. Yeah, we are just chitter and chatting. It's just a free for all. We'll probably be on for about another 20 minutes, half hour tops anyway. So feel free to. Oh, you did have a. All right, I'm just going to shut up. Yes, thank you, Sam. If you all want to do the thumbs up. It's so funny. I'm just watching Milky. He's just sat at the window like, why aren't you letting me in?
Yeah, I was saying a minute ago, Fran, the dog's jumped up on the side and nicked my chili con carne earlier.
Good boy.
Well, it's a girl.
All right, good girl then.
Naughty girl, actually.
Do you want to know what Romeo does? Every time I go in the
Bloody naughty.
kitchen, he runs up my back and he claws. You see my whole back is scratched. But he hooks his claws in and then jumps on my shoulder. So, what are you going to give me today, mum? Or dad, whatever you are. Depends what side of the shoulder he sat on. Do you know what I mean? This side he thinks I'm daddy. This side he thinks I'm mummy. Gets the best of both worlds. But yeah, he does it every time. It hurts so bad, especially when I've got a t-shirt on. Oh my God. And I'm trying to shake him off and he's just hanging by the claws in my back.
Oh, how old is he now?
Romeo, he is about 9 weeks, 10 weeks.
Oh,
You're thinking of Spag Bowl. Spag Bowl's 9 months. You're
yeah.
thinking of my firstborn. Romeo's a little one with blue eyes. In the normal light, he's got piercing blue eyes. Where are we? I don't know. I love the accent. Oh, hi, Stoner Dan. Americans always love the British accent, but thank you for joining us this evening and staying. Hit the like
But
button and you can hear more.
Americans will think that we speak like really posh.
But we must do because they talk quite quick with a twang. Like so, we're quite. I can see why we talk like we sound like that.
Yeah, but like you know how like upper class, like oh yes, and like do you know what I
What?
mean? A lot of them think we speak like that. I think.
How old am I going to be? I'm going to be 45, man. Were the prison officers fair to you inside, or did any make your life difficult? Yeah, some of them did. for me, I found it was sometimes the ones that fancied me, they would play with, yeah, mentally 5. They would play with my emotions, so they would pod and probe me, and they'd do shit to antagonise me, and I'd go mental, and then I'd go off to my cell, and then they'd come to my cell and go, "I was only playing around." Yeah, all right, Will, thank you, but we
Did
wouldn't
they
go that young.
do that?
I think, yeah,
Out of order.
there was one officer, and then she'd come and go, "Oh, I'm only messing around." She's like, "I can't look to be giving you favoritism all the time and all that sort of stuff." But I was like, I'm sure, like they liked it because
That's weird.
I'm either like zero or hero, no, hero or zero. Like I'm just chill, and then when I go, my head goes, and I'll shout, and I think it's the Italian in me when my head goes. So like it was just like when I go off, I'll kick the shit out of the doors and shout down the landing. I don't give a shit. Like, so, but it was
Yeah,
weird. It was
it's not
weird.
like that.
So
It's not like
yeah,
you get sent home for shouting, is it? It's not
yeah,
like work where you
exactly.
get sent home. You can shout what you want in prison. Nothing. All I do is
So
just go to cell.
yeah, and
Oh, it's
there would be ones that were real jobs worth, and they wouldn't let anything slide. Like, you'd get in serious trouble for wearing your sliders down the landing.
oh,
But
I
yeah,
hate them ones.
do you know what though? The only thing that I can say about them is at least they were consistent. You'd find that some officers would come in one day and they'd be all happy, they'd be your best friend, they let you get away with anything. And then the next day, if they're in a mood, they'd treat you like shit, and what you got away with yesterday, you're not getting away with today.
Yeah,
But the
that's out of
arsehole
order.
ones were consistent and everyone got treated the same.
Yeah, that's out of order when they used to do that.
Caroline is my new best friend. Yeah, it is a bit of a stretch, 21. A bit of fuck's sake. I don't know what's wrong. Do you know what? I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. Bella gets me up at 5 o'clock every morning. This morning I got up at 7 o'clock when I got a sunbed, and that I was up, and I ain't stopped all day trying to get ready.
There are sometimes people in prison that inform the screws. So I'll tell you a story. So there was a big hoo-ha over the servery. So some of the girls working on the servery were giving certain girls more food than others, and in there that's a big thing, especially if like girls are walking up with like paper towels on their plates. Everyone knows that they're trying to hide the fact they've got extra stuff. So arguments started to break out.
Listen to it all the time.
And yeah, and it was my cellmate that was bringing extra food for us up, and so big arguments were going on in there, and I was like, I didn't even want nothing to do with it, but my cellmate was bringing it up. I didn't really have anything to do with it. Yeah, I'm gonna eat it if it's there. I'm not gonna lie, I ate it, but I wasn't really involved in getting extra stuff. I was getting dragged into the whole thing, and I was like, oh fucking hell. Anyway, so there was this one girl, and I can't even remember her name, but she was in the cell next to my mate Joe, and so the screws accidentally rang Joe's buzzer and went, "Yeah, what you got to tell us?" And she was like, "What?" She was like, "What? What do you mean? Who do you think it is in here? Who are you trying to talk to?" Because she realised that someone's been telling people shit. They rang the wrong buzzer. So she's come out in the morning. She's like, "Someone on here snitching. They rang my buzzer and asked what I had to tell them." Obviously, it wasn't meant. Yeah, and it was the girl in the cell next door that was one telling them stuff. So I
And the
don't know
thing,
why they automatically said that. They should have said the person's name and checked it was them.
yeah,
I don't know.
well, more for fucking them. But people do grass in prison all the time, and girls would make shit up about me as well. Like I had intelligence when I had to sit like my board to do my rottles. You had to sit them every 6 months. My OMU said to me, she goes, "We got intelligence that you've got a mobile phone." She said, "But we know it's bollocks." And I wasn't using a phone at this point. I generally wasn't. And she was like, "We know it's bollocks." So obviously, what they do is they look into who's done the report, and then they'll go, "Well, we know that this girl fancies this girl," because they know everything. Do you know what I mean? They know all of the shit that goes on. But people are malicious and they try and fuck you over. It's
Yeah,
really bad. They'll make stuff up because once you start going out on your rottles, girls get jealous because you're going home, you're staying at home, you're going out earning money, so they want to fuck it up. And if you have like 3 bits of intelligence, but from an officer, and say someone on a different house block and another one, then they can stop your rottles.
yeah, that's spiteful.
Joanne's asked, "Are you doing criminology in uni?" Yes, she
Yeah.
is. I will, Sam. I bet every month it was like bloody hell Stoner Dan. You imagine 40 girls on a landing, and girls will sink and all, so like
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of them girls are due around the same time, and it's just bitchiness.
I'm so
Even the
glad
officers are bitchy, man.
yeah,
Oh mate, it was hard.
I'm so glad I had an implant when I was in prison, so I didn't have periods because it was a boiling summer. I'll never forget that 40-degree heat and stuck in that cell. It was the worst. Yeah, it was the worst. The heat was just horrible.
Jay says, "Well, your parents must be so proud."
What, being in prison?
No, doing a criminology course.
Oh, oh, I thought they might have been being sarky. Like, oh, your parents must be so proud.
Oh
Yeah,
Jesus.
no, my mum is really, really proud because I literally, well, I praise God for
Well,
turning my life around because I'm lucky I'm alive. So to even
guys, I gotta get these comments right. So, how often do women in prison get it on? Basically, how often do they engage in activities per week?
often,
Well, Isaac, I can't really say that I went round to everyone's room and said, "How many times have you done it today?"
no,
But if if you're talking 550 women, I could probably guarantee about 250 women were doing it every day.
yeah,
Why were you in prison? You did stuff with snakes. Fuck's sake.
what?
Well, I was in prison for conspiracy to supply Class A drugs.
I was in prison for getting in fights. Yeah, I'm not proud of it.
That's all right.
I obviously turned my life around. It was a complicated situation. I was being domestically abused, and I literally lost my mind. To be honest, I was hurting myself more than other people. I was causing more injuries to my own self than I was others. But then I did get caught up in some fights, and I did knock a police officer out. And yeah, I rightly so went to prison.
I was just a moderator. You're part of the family. What are you talking about? You've been in from day one. You bad, bad girl. I bet I was taking them, messing. Like a bad woman. You gotta love a bad girl. How can you not? Not too bad though. And then it
not
went silent.
not merciless, not murderously bad is what I meant to say.
Hey, Will, why haven't you asked her if she's been on the Lamborghini tonight?
Oh, forgot about that.
You're
Oh my
never going to
god,
live that one down, mate.
forgot about that. Oh shit, the Lamborghini.
That was hilarious. Even Will comes in the comments and he says, he's like, oh, he goes, has she been on the Lamborghini tonight?
Oh god,
My
that
mate,
stuff.
Corinne's.
Do they still even do that stuff? It tastes disgusting. I remember drinking that as a kid, holding my nose. The Lambrini I'm talking about, but I accidentally said Lamborghini as a
You took too
Lambrini.
long, Will. Nah, I'm too nerdy. I'd be afraid you'd kick my ass. If you done what you're told, you wouldn't get your ass kicked. With me anyway.
Do you know
Samantha
what it
comes
would be
along.
good? Do you know what would be cool? If we could get somebody who's been in women's prison in America.
Yeah,
That
well,
would
I was
be
talking to
sick,
I was literally talking to my friend earlier. I'm going to email someone the day I get back.
because that would be so good. It would be really
But I've
interesting.
I've said that from the get go. If you look back at my videos, I'm like, I want to do an American
Yeah.
UK versus America, but I have got someone in mind, and she's huge. I got to speak to her for about 2 minutes, but I was going on to Sean Atwood's channel. So I literally was.
Someone who's got their own YouTube, yeah.
Mm. But
Oh,
I'm not
let
going to
me
put the
ask
name out
her.
there because I'm going to, yeah.
Tell
I'm
me.
going to email her literally as soon as I'm back. The reason I was asking is because I was wondering if women are like guys, they also have the urge to do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're horny little devils, mate.
to do a lot of the time in there. So obviously, girls,
Lamborghini is cheap Perry cider full of chemicals and all shit stuff. I know, but when you're a kid, back in the 90s,
like it's
early
like
90s, mate,
three
it was the
quid for a
one.
bottle, wasn't it? £3 or something. Chipping your pocket
No.
money.
Do you know what? I think if Gypsy hadn't have gone under the radar, I would have tried. I would have tried, but she's got too much shit going on. She ain't gonna do something like that.
I
She's
think
not. She's
I,
not even on social at the
I
minute.
don't trust everything that that girl says either, to be honest.
Bystander Dan. Sorry that we're annoying. American prisons are far more harsh. I know. That's what I'm saying. We have
Yeah.
a boot camp comparison to them.
Mm.
I mean, obviously, I've got knowledge on them, but it's not the same as actually speaking to someone.
Yeah, the American men's prison in America is just terrifying. Like, I would shit myself.
Women's problems all stem from men. Menstrual menopause, mental breakdown. Why do women always give me mixed signals? So I'm so handsome that some women faint when they see me in person. What's the best signs they have a crush on you? Well,
They faint.
if they faint in front of you, then
That's a
obviously they got a
sign.
crush on you, ain't they? If you're that handsome, Isaac. He's such a twat. He's funny. It's funny though. Just ask them outright. Do you want my wood? And they'll say yay or nay.
Yeah, the black dolphin prison in Russia's. Yeah, that isn't somewhere you want to be. It's crazy. I've seen documentaries on that as well. I wonder how many of them would have got released from Black Dolphin though, when Putin wanted them to go and fight in the war. Because a lot of them murderers were getting released, weren't they? They
I
had,
read you that letter, didn't I, from my friend in Russian prison. Do you remember?
yeah, yeah. I remember you just saying about that. Yeah,
I got letters from my mate in Russia. It's a
yeah.
different level, mate. They have to get up at 6. They have
Mm.
to make their bed. They have to line up at the door. They've all got to say their name, their prison number, and what offence they're in for.
What?
Then yeah, then they have to. This is literally she wrote this to me, and because she was my pad mate, but she got deportated. That's what I read, and you have to go to work for 7, and then they don't finish work till 6, 7 at night. They're sewing. She said so.
Oh,
She's fucked. She hates it, and the lights go out at 10. You're not allowed no TV, no nothing. You're not allowed to make no noise. So if you can't sleep, you're just led there in the dark.
yeah. That's mental, isn't it? What I wonder what they do if you start kicking off and making noise. What I wonder what the punishment would be for that.
I'm from Russia, mate. I wouldn't even
It's
want to
like
know. Oh yeah,
in,
that was it. She said they have cabbage and something every day.
oh, because like in Bronzefield, the mentally ill will be screaming all night sometimes.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I
why
know.
mentally ill in there in like in Russia prison? What? And you're not allowed to make noise then,
They
mate.
probably go into a mental hospital though. They probably don't go,
Yeah,
or they might have a psychiatric ward.
yeah, true, true.
So I suffer bad with mental health issues. Myself centered around self harm sometimes. What's the worst seeing girls do to this? Oh my god, in prison. So do you want to go first?
Oh, I've done a lot of bad things to myself.
No, no, no. What have you seen? What's the worst you saw in prison?
Oh, in prison,
If you saw any.
girls cutting themselves quite deep. And then there was just before I got in, literally a week before I got in, a girl had gone up to the top. So in Bronzefield, there's like ground floor and like an upper floor. So there's like one set of stairs. It's not like some of the prisons you see, they've got lots of levels. It's just like 2. A girl had been suffering with the mental health, and people kept saying to the officers like something's not right, she's acting strange, and they kept saying, oh, she's fine, she's fine. Anyway, this one day this girl's
I'm listening. I'm going to try and get your
right.
link while we're talking and put it in the
Oh
chat
yeah, it
for your
mentioned
channel.
it's Karine Hodkinson now, so it's
But I'm going to try and get your link while you carry on talking. Sorry, I didn't mean to be
yeah.
rude.
So no, that's right. So basically, she went up with a chair, like you get little plastic chairs. She carried it up the stairs, and the girls were sitting on the top of the landing on other chairs, having a coffee and that. And at the other side, they've seen her put the chair up, and she's just got on the chair and jumped over. And the girls said that when they heard her head crack on the floor, that it made them feel physically sick, and one of them had PTSD from it, and she was like, left in a vegetated state, and she'll never recover. So yeah, although I wasn't there, look, thank God I wasn't there for that, because that's horrific. I wouldn't have wanted to. And then when I was there was a woman in there who actually ended up. She was on remand and she didn't do what they said she'd done, and she bed sheets tied bed sheets together, tied it round the top tier, put it round her neck, and was trying to jump off. And the officers were hanging on to her clothes, trying to stop her from dropping, and trying to cut the thing off of her neck. So yeah, there is a lot of self harm and stuff like that in there. What about you, Fran? Oh, if you froze? Have you froze, Fran? She's winding me up. Stop. Has she actually froze? I can't tell if she's joking. I can't tell if she's joking or not. Oh, oh shit. Is she gonna come back? I don't know. Oh, Fran's gonna be back in a second. Fran's gonna be back in a second. I think she put my link for my YouTube channel a little bit further up, guys. Yeah, it's up here. Fran put my link. If you would love, I would love it if you would subscribe. It really helps, and I've got 2,070 subscribers, and I really want to carry on growing my channel. And obviously, I do prison topics. I do other videos as well, like about my reptiles and what else do I do? I've done a few. I do other stuff on there as well, but yeah, I do prison topics. No, I didn't, Phil. I didn't come across her.